Ah! I bet that scared you. Probably not, actually. So, first of all, I'd like to wish you all a happy Halloween. It has come around so fast this year, I swear, like, it feels like it should still be summer. So on Snapchat, I asked for some ideas for this Halloween video. The ideas range from pranking people, to carving pumpkins, to playing bin weevils. You know who you are. Shout out to Abby, who said that I should, like, scare people in public. I told her I'd do it, because at the time I thought that was a sick idea. Then I thought of this one, and I realised that this one's much better and a lot less effort. So sorry about that, Abby. Nah, seriously, I should probably fix up this lighting. Maybe like that, actually. Yeah, that, yeah. No comment of the week this week, as I'm filming this, the new video actually hasn't gone out yet, so I don't really have any comments to pick from. However, if you recognise the music playing right now, the first person to comment down below where the music's from in this video, they get comment of the week next week. I reckon most of you guys know this, so yeah, comment quick. So, I haven't actually explained what we're doing in this week's video. I decided to go to the Huffington Post, the most active social media, and I thought today that I'd read 12 terrifying ghost stories you shouldn't read alone. Well, I mean, I am actually alone right now in the dark. It might not look that dark on there because I've got a light shining in my face, but trust me, like, it is dark in here. Whether you believe in ghosts or not, it's tough not to get freaked out when you're alone and you hear something bump in the night or even hear a voice. The stories below will freak you out, so it's best to read these with someone. Preferably a friend and not a stranger you've decided to creep up on behind the street. What? Okay, from this point onwards, viewer discretion is advised if you're easily scared. That feels so cool saying that. Okay, first story. The cell phone. A couple of months ago, my friend's cousin, a single mother, bought a new cell phone. After a long day of work, she came home, placed her phone on the counter, and watched her TV. Her son came to her and asked if she could play with her new phone. She told him not to call anyone or mess with text messages, and he agreed. At around 11:20, she was drowsy, so she decided to tuck her son in and go to bed. She walked to his room and saw that he wasn't there. She then ran over to her room to find him sleeping on her bed with the phone in his hand. Relieved, she picked her phone back up from his hand to inspect it. Browsing through it, she noticed only minor changes such as a new background banner, etc. But then she opened up her saved pictures. She began deleting the pictures that he had taken until only one new picture remained. I can't even read. When she first saw it, she was in disbelief. It was her son sleeping on her bed, but the picture was taken by someone else above him, and it showed the left half of an elderly woman's face. So in other words, this little boy just got... What? My house was built in 1904. It is a single family home, wood frame setting on a concrete block foundation. I've been living here for about 12 years. Of all the weird things that my siblings and me had seen or heard in this house, this one event is my favourite. About 10 years ago, my brother and his best friends had started on a garage band playing mostly Spanish rock. They would practice into the early evening and they would usually call it quits by 8 PM. This was the time I usually showed up and went to bed, because I worked in the graveyard shift. I'm bored, I'm skipping to the scary bit. It is a shadowy figure right at his peripheral vision. The feeling of dread and uneasiness washed over my brother. We had been taught that if you were in the presence of a spirit or a ghost and you felt a bad vibe, to say a quick prayer to cuss at it. My brother chose the latter. He basically just told it, hey, f*** you, I don't have time for this shit. Oi, family channel, keep it down. My brother started to walk to the back of the basement and briskly up the stairs, closing doors and turning off lights as he was walking out. The last switch is on the opposite side of the door. Luckily the door was open and the light from the street lamp was flooding into the living room with its amber light. I'm bored, this one isn't even scary. Okay, the next one's called The Rocking Horse. One night, when I was maybe 10 to 12, I had trouble falling asleep. My bedroom was the entire top floor of our house. Jesus mate, you have a big room. My bedroom was the entire top floor of our house, with my bed and such being on the left side and storage closets and play area being on the right. I was lying in bed when I heard a noise from the other side of the room and see a rocking horse begin to rock. It was just sitting outside one of the storage closet doors. It proceeded to rock its way halfway across the room and stopped dead under the ceiling light. At this point I was freaking out and just buried my head under the blankets and never peeked out again till morning. It was all confirmed to not be a dream, as the rocking horse was still in the middle of the room when I woke up. Their bedroom was directly below the storage closet / play area and had heard the creaking of the rocking horse shuffling across the room. Jeez, this room suddenly feels a lot darker. I'm really scared. Okay, I don't even know what to say about this next one. My older sister has a ghost that's followed her around for years. Okay. I lived with her once for about 3 months, and so much weird stuff happened in that time. All my sister would say to me when I mentioned it was that her ghost didn't like me being there. But probably the most scared I've ever felt was one afternoon when I was the only one in the house, which never happened as 4 people lived there. I'm alone in the house right now. This was a bad time to film this, wasn't it? I'd arrived home from work and headed straight to the bathroom. All the doors / windows etc. were closed. I was standing in the bathroom and started squeezing a pimple on my chin when a female voice in the hall said, "Stop picking your zits!" It was loud enough and sounded real enough, and at that time I thought it was my sister. So I laughed and told her to f*** off. Family channel. So I laughed and told her to f*** off and asked her what she was doing for dinner. No answer. I stuck my head out into the hall. No one there. I searched the house top to bottom and no one was at home. I sat out on the front porch until someone else got home because I didn't want to be there alone. Man, like that's just scary. I get scared enough when I'm in the house alone and I hear the dishwasher going downstairs. This one's really long, but the opening's got me interested. This is a story I do not often tell. I promise sincerely this has scarred me for life, and although I have looked into psychological explanations for what I heard and natural explanations for what occurred, they remain unsatisfactory. When I was a child, I was scared of the dark. I swore to my mother I heard voices in it. They were not evil, but they were not familiar, and so they scared me. It was not uncommon in the middle of the night for me to wake up to hear whispers, as I would call them when asking my mum. She figured that they were just bumps in the night and typical kids' nightmare material. On some nights I would get so scared from these whispers that I would sleep in my mum's bed with her. It was an added bonus that the bathroom... It was an added bonus... This next bit. It was an added bonus that the bathroom was directly outside of her bedroom door for my late night tinkles. Oi oi. I'm joking, I know who it is. Admit it though, you thought that this was about to turn into one of those like morgues videos. Yeah, you did, didn't you? Next one. My grandfather told me this story about how one time he was sitting in the chair in front of the house when he heard his wife repeatedly calling him from inside the house. Thing is, my grandmother passed away a few years before that, but he told me that this voice was so pressing that he actually got up to look inside the house. And as soon as he got inside, he heard a loud crash behind him and turned around to see that the chair he'd been sitting in moments ago had been crushed by the cast iron gutter that fell on it. If he hadn't come inside the house, he probably would have been seriously injured. I don't know if it's paranormal or not, but every time I think about it, it sends chills down my spine. Oh my god, I get that. That one took me a while. Jeez, that's bad, okay. I didn't know that's what it was called until much later. What? Wait, what was what called? I'm really confused. I was living in a house in Laguna Beach that had been there since the 1920s. In its history, it had been a speakeasy, a brothel, and a house for smuggling illegal immigrants. That's just family friendly, that is. From my bedroom I could look across the hall to the bathroom, then through the bathroom and down the other hall I was standing at my dresser and I just noticed movement out the corner of my eye and I looked down there. There was, and honest to God, this gives me goosebumps just typing it, 17 years later, a black figure. It was maybe 3 feet tall and it was only vaguely humanoid. It looked like black scribbles, like someone had scribbled a human shape, but the scribbles moved, like electricity arcing. I don't know. There was no sound that I could remember. I distinctly remember when I saw it, I wasn't afraid. Just like, WTF. Oh my god, Sam. I'm in the middle of filming a video, do you want to say hi to the viewers?
Hope we get 20 likes on this video.
20 likes? That's nothing, mate. Alright.
Bye.
Alright, bye. Then it noticed me look at it. I can't say it turned around, it just focused on me, I guess. Then I was scared. I didn't move, I didn't scream, nothing. I was just frozen, because it came at me. It rushed down the hall towards me. I had no idea what it intended, but as soon as I entered the bathroom, the door closet to me just slammed shut on it. I screamed. I yelled for my wife. She wasn't home. I went the outside like, why are you swearing, mate? I don't believe in ghosts. I don't believe I saw something supernatural, but I know I saw something. I don't know what it was. I'm actually a little bit scared now. My friend took this picture of his cousin in their new house. Oh my god, there's a guy there. No. Oh. How could you sleep in that house? Like seriously, how can you sleep in that house? Let's end this video here. I'm getting a bit scared. Like Jesus, I'm really getting scared now. Thank you so much for watching this video. It's actually been really fun to make. I realise it might not have been the most interesting video. This could end up being a really long video, guys. I'm kind of sorry about that, but I don't really know yet because I haven't edited it yet. I'm still sitting here filming it and I should probably end it because this video has been getting really long and oh god, I'm scared. I hope you all have had a very good Halloween. Thank you for watching. See you next week. Okay guys, just editing the video now. Oh my god, I'm actually terrified. I just heard a voice say my name. Like while I was filming, I just heard a voice go, Tom. Listen to this. Tom. Like legit, that's a voice. I am literally terrified.